Doing this one thing helped me win a super complicated case for my client. I'm Bianca Jordan, immigration attorney at Brazen Legal, a national immigration law firm that works with immigrants all over the world to help you get a green card. For more information about me and my law firm, you can visit brazenlegal.com. So, I recently won a super hard green card case for my client. And there was a lot of back and forth with USCIS over the case. USCIS denied the case in error. I had to fight to get it reopened, and there was still a lot of back and forth with USCIS. And I want to share this tip with you because it's not really sexy immigration advice. It's nothing that you've probably never heard before, but it's something that I don't think a lot of people or enough people think about. And so I really wanted to put it on your radar so that as you're filing your own green card case, that you kind of have this in the back of your mind in case something were to go wrong. And so just to kind of set this up a little bit, my client applied for a green card previously. He had hired someone who was not an attorney to assist them, and that person encouraged my client to commit immigration fraud. And so I knew that my client was going to need a waiver, but we did not discover this until after we had already filed the green card application. So once my client came clean with me and shared that information, I said, okay, you're probably going to need a waiver. The officer is going to bring it up at the interview. Sure enough, the officer did bring it up at the interview, and the officer issued a notice of intent to deny. And so with that notice of intent to deny, the immigration officer asked for an immigration waiver due to fraud and gave us a deadline of, I think the deadline was like 3 weeks. So we did not have a lot of time to respond to the notice of intent to deny. Nonetheless, we quickly filed the response to the notice of intent to deny well before the deadline, and we were just waiting to hear a response back. Months later, USCIS decided to deny my client's green card, saying that we never responded to the notice of intent to deny. And I know that we did because I had the shipping label, I had the receipt, I know that I sent it, and I also had the delivery confirmation that showed that USCIS had received it. And so I contacted USCIS. There was a bit of back and forth with USCIS, but because I was able to show them that I did in fact mail this on time, they were able to not only reopen my client's case, but approve the green card as well. And so what I did was I showed them the shipping label. That's all I did. I was able to prove to them that I sent it when I sent it, because when you print out a shipping label, if you use a post office, so if you're printing it out from USPS.com, you're able to see the date that you paid for the shipping label and the date that you printed and mailed the shipping label. And then you're also able to track to see when the recipient received your package. And so because I kept the shipping label, I was able to prove that we filed the request on time, which saved my client from having to file a new green card application and pay all those fees. So if you are working on your immigration case, whether it's a green card case, an asylum case, whatever it is, if you are filing a case with USCIS, I need you to do these things. Number one, save a copy of the entire packet. Whatever it is you are sending to USCIS, make a copy of it for your records so that you know exactly what's going to USCIS. Save a copy of the cover letter, save a copy of all the forms, save a copy of the evidence. I need you to save a copy of every single thing. Secondly, I need you to save a copy of the shipping label and the receipt. So that way you can prove this is who I sent it to, this is when I sent it, and you also have the receipt as well so that you can keep the tracking number too, so that you're able to track to see when USCIS accepted it. Third, and you don't have to do this, but this is just an extra precaution, if you're sending something to USCIS, you can also send it such that they have to sign for it. So you can require that they have to, or somebody there has to sign for your package as further proof that they received your package. So they can't later come back and say, hey, we're denying your case because we never received your response to the request for evidence or the notice of intent to deny. You'll be able to show that you did submit everything in a timely manner. And lastly, and this is probably one of the most important things to know, just because USCIS denies your case doesn't mean that things are done. Doesn't mean that it's the end of the road. It's not over till it's over, especially if USCIS denied your case in error. If you can show that USCIS made a mistake when they denied your case, you can definitely fight it. You can contact them. You can contact the ombudsman's office. If you can really show that they made a mistake and it was really their fault and you did nothing wrong, you could even file an I-290B motion for to reopen or reconsider your case. But don't just give up just because USCIS says something that is wrong. They're not always right. And if you can prove that they're wrong, then you can end up winning your case. I hope you found this video helpful. Please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next video, because I do try to share a lot of useful tips and tricks to help you navigate our super complicated immigration system. And if you haven't already, share this video with anybody who you think could benefit from having this information. Thanks for watching.